In vision, we use what's called convolutional neural networks. It's a different kind of neural network from what I showed you before. Before I showed you this dense network, right on the left, the dense network. But convolutional neural network is built differently. It has these little filters. So there's something called a kernel, and then this kernel moves from image to image. So like you see this yellow square, it moves. It starts in the upper left, let's say, and then it moves all the way to the right and then down, and it covers every set of 9 squares. And then from the set of 9 squares, it creates some mathematical function to summarize what's in that area. Now, in fact, this is where I would say that it is a proven fact that these models do resemble the way vision works. These first models were inspired by a lot of research about about cat vision, about how cats see the world. There's a lot of tests, and obviously a lot of mammals, they'll have similar eye structures, though of course vastly different in complexity. So when we have different layers, and we pick up different little areas on what we're looking at, then summarize the data and put it through filters. So this is another look at the convolutional neural network. There's something called a receptive field, and there's a neuron at the back. This is not completely dissimilar from the way vision works, but in other words, in the cat vision works very similar. So this was article, amazing research in like 1960s, I think. So what it found was that we have cats have different kinds of cells. They have so-called simple cells, and they have more complex cells. Simple cells, look, you notice that, right? It's very, very similar. They have an area that they're responsible for. They don't care about anything else. They're just responsible for that little area, and they will absorb the information from that area. But then the complex cells are connected to them, and they summarize it. Notice that in convolutional neural networks, it's kind of similar. It works the same way. Of course, there are many different networks now. They don't have to follow I think it's somewhat unfortunate that this language is used, like neural and learning and intelligence. I think it comes not so much from science, but more from imagination. That confuses a lot of people. So I think that my goal with these 4 sessions is that to get across to you that this is an incredibly exciting field, but please do not put too much trust in it, right? You have to use it as a helper. But for those people who want AI to run the society, I think they're quite frankly a little mad, because the science doesn't suggest to us that that's actually possible.